What's up, everyone? It's AJ, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. I did promise I'd do some more videos. Today I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to talk about high season. I'm talking to you live from my balcony located in beautiful Jomtien, Thailand. Let's take a look at the balcony and what it looks like right now. This is the city and what you guys can see around you here. We're on the 19th floor, located high above Jomtien City. Unfortunately, what you guys see out in the ocean there is not fog over Satahip and Koh Kram. It is, unfortunately, air pollution that's in the air. Last week we actually had, for Thailand anyway, some cold weather. In my country, in America, about 65 degrees was about the coldest it got. To me, they were some of the nicest days I've experienced. But now that that's gone away and the wind has gone away, air pollution has been a subject in Thailand once again. Honestly, if you're here for a short period of time, it's not that big a deal. Next year, it could be kind of a trying time on how bad the air pollution could get here. Bangkok is much worse than Pattaya. With the winds coming off the ocean, it goes in and goes out. A lot of people are like, where does this air pollution come from? How does it exist here? It's primarily due to burning of crops from all over the country that floats here. You'll hear a lot in the media and from officials that it's Vietnam's problem or Malaysia's or Indonesia's. It's really everywhere, to be honest with you. Everybody wants a finger point as nobody wants to take responsibility. You'll sometimes see some silly things in the news like going ahead and shooting air hoses at the air or people spraying water. The big concern is the really small particles. It will probably be gone in the near future, but sometimes it's a deal here, sometimes it's not. Anyways, let's talk about high season. I talked a little bit in my last video. Let's go ahead and let's position ourselves right over the skyline here. About whether or not Pattaya is busy. I wind people up a lot, especially on my Facebook and social media. If you belong to any forums or you spend any time on any Facebook groups, there seems to be a very vocal, very loud amount of people that say, Pattaya's dying! It's the end of the world! The sky is falling! It's falling! It's falling! Most of those people, by the way, shocker, are on fake accounts, aren't in Thailand, are not in Pattaya, are not involved in the business industry, the media industry. They don't really know what's going on. That being said, are there a lot of quiet places? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie to you. Absolutely, many places are quiet. Many are not, though. It's not all the doom and gloom that you may think it is. Here's what I have to say, being 100% honest. This is from somebody involved with 27 bars, somebody who knows dozens of owners throughout the city, someone involved with the local media, someone who sees the Russian, Chinese, and Indian perspective of business. Demographics have changed dramatically so, incredibly so. Absolutely, Westerners and Europeans are down. A business primarily focused only on English customers or Australian customers, such as an English restaurant or an English-style beer bar, are absolutely struggling. Some of them are doing okay. Our own bars are doing fine, believe it or not, the majority of them. Primarily because we focus on return customers, building customer relationships, getting to know people over time, inviting them back, focusing on when the bar is busy, taking photos of that. Some people are like, oh, you should take photos when it's slow. Come on now. I used to work in club promotion back in America. There's plenty of times when the clubs are not busy there. Even Insomnia iBar, arguably the busiest nightclub in Pattaya, is pretty slow from about 8 o'clock when they open till about midnight every day. Do you ever see them taking photos when it's slow? No, of course not, because that's not club promotion. It's also a bit of a myth that you need 1 million customers to make money. If your business is primarily focused on street traffic and capital turns, which is what it's called in the business world, or return on how much you make on a single dollar, absolutely, like McDonald's, you need to focus on that. But if you're focused on brand propositions, value propositions, brand loyalty, people returning to you year after year, time over time, then your business is going to do well, period. Now, a lot of businesses like Indian nightclubs are absolutely going nuts right now. People go nuts on social media and say Indians don't spend money. Many don't. Many English don't. Many Americans don't. Some of the cheapest Charlies I know are Americans that come here and sleep in hostels or beg for money on the street. There's people in every culture that spend money. More and more Chinese are breaking into what's called FIT, or financially independent travelers, that are actually spending money in Thailand. You still have the tour groups, but they actually spend a lot of money at places that they're brought to, such as amulet shops, which has been in the news a lot lately. Some of these Chinese are spending 5,000 to 10,000 baht on amulets at temples that they believe are going to bring them good luck. No, they're not going to bars. But believe it or not, the be-all, end-all for making money and people spending money in tourism in Thailand is not a bar. This is coming from somebody who spent 5 years. I would say, so let's go back to high season. The first 2 weeks of December are always slow. I'd say traffic in the city overall is probably about the same or a little down from last year. Russians are up. I live in Jomtien. 100% Russians are up. Some of them spend money, but again, not in the bars. Chinese are about the same. Indians actually were busier before high season, in my opinion, but the Indian discos are still very full. Indians do go to bars and do spend some money there versus Chinese or Russians. Eastern European is way down, especially random ones that come by. Way, way down. And it is a bit unfortunate, but businesses that are adapting and changing and inviting to all clientele and welcome to everybody are bringing those folks in. I think in the next couple years, and knowing what they're doing in terms of the media, I'll do some more videos on this, in the Eastern Economic Corridor, you're going to see more dramatic changes. Pattaya is always going to be around, especially with a lot of what they're doing to bring more people here with high-speed rails and trains and trams. You're always going to have the entertainment red light side of it, but it's not going to be as big as it was in prior years. Bottom line is, regardless if there's a ton of people here or not, it's still a great place to come. It's still a lot of fun. Contrary to belief, you can still have a cheap holiday here, or it can be expensive. It really is up to you. Hopefully that lets you guys know. It's as honest as I can tell you. Demographics have 100% changed, but businesses that change with it are going to adapt and survive. The ones that don't are going to go down. I'll see you guys later. AJ out.